Speaking of the Hall of Fame game, man, we got some football. We got some look at some new guys. We got some look at some old guys. What you think, Harry?
Finally, most
Finally.
importantly, finally.
We would launch our podcast in the middle of the summer with no football. Right? So we're finally here, though.
It was good. I thought the defense played great.
Mm-hmm. The front. I still got questions about that secondary,
Still got
even though
some
no
work
one
to
really
do.
played. But
They started off rusty,
yeah,
but they picked it up. It was good. What'd you think?
I made some notes so I don't forget anything.
Oh, this should be good.
It should be. I got some players that I liked, some players that I didn't notice. First off, Highsmith looked really good, which was a big concern going into the season with losing Bud Dupree. Highsmith was probably one of the best players in the game, and he's been great in training camp. So that's a really good sign to start. One thing, innate Najee Harris was a beast in his few reps he got. He didn't have any big breakaways. The line definitely struggled. It collapsed pretty quick, but he looked good, so that's a good sign, right?
Well, let me add on to that.
Okay.
We need a guy that can kick up the dust. Get 3-5 yards.
Yeah.
On that carry.
We didn't have that at all last season. If it was 3-1 or 3 and short,
yeah.
No one could count it
something
in
that first carry. He's tough. He's not gonna go down easy. He's gonna be a good back. So I don't know. Sky's the limit with him. He's got potential to be really good.
In addition to him, Kalen Ballage looked really good.
Yeah, he played well. He's taking his opportunity, trying to get in there. I mean, I feel like that backup spot anybody can get. So you gotta earn your keep.
Yeah, I mean, he had the first touchdown of the game. He had some huge runs. He's fast. He's faster than I thought he was. And I think he'd be a good backup to Najee because even though Najee's fast, Najee's like an old school big running back that runs through people. Even though Ballage did that, he looks more like a kind of a new school speed guy. He hits the outside. So I think that could be a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I think so too. Played good. Keep it up.
An upgrade over Connor and Benny Snell. Anyways, I'm going to save the quarterbacks. Another player that had Twitter ablaze was Presley Harvin Jr. Kickers don't get any credit. You don't really pay attention to a kicker until you notice that your new kicker is way better than your old kicker.
Yeah.
Big criticism of Barry is he didn't give us good field position a lot of times. Presley Harvin Jr. He's been having a great camp. Boy, he gets some hang time, right? He puts that ball straight up in the air. He had that really nice kick where he placed it on the one. And again, it's a position no one talks about. It's not like a flashy position, but it matters when you're trying to get field position. It can make a big difference for your defense.
That makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. Who else we got? Quincy Roach, draft pick. He looked really good in the second half. He got a lot of playing time. I think he had a sack. Two people that have been having really good camps, but did not impress me during the game, were Spillane and Pierre. Spillane looked lost out there. He did not look like he knew what was going on at all. First preseason game, maybe he's rusty, but heard a lot of good things in camp, did not look good. Pierre, another one, heard a lot of good things in camp. He didn't look bad, but I didn't notice him at all. He was kind of invisible in that game.
It's early. I mean, yeah, you like to see him play a little bit, but they set the bar, it's about improvement right now.
Yeah. So you got to see definite improvement for those guys, though, because that's a position we talked about. Very weak.
Spillane played well last year.
He did. In his few games, he stepped up huge when we lost Bush. So we've seen him play in game situations, but he did not.
He's capable. It's just a matter of him getting up to speed. So
yeah,
we'll see.
It's early. First preseason game, right? Mm-hmm. Just some observations. The talk of the night, of course, was the quarterbacks. What did you think of our QBs, Harry?
Well, I think Dwayne Haskins played well. Mm-hmm. He played all right. He maybe it's been kind of an awakening with everything that's been going on. Needs to improve. Both of them need. Mason Rudolph didn't look that great to me. Let's see. He was 6 for 9 though. 84 yards. Haskins was 8 for 13. But we'll see. The battle's still going on.
Yeah, and there was two. You had the Haskins crowd that said Rudolph did terrible. Haskins is the guy. You have the Rudolph crowd that said Haskins didn't do much. Rudolph looked great. In truth, I wouldn't say anyone. I think Haskins was definitely better for a couple reasons, but I don't think it was a huge gap.
No, he's mostly shorter throw. I mean, his average is 4.2.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the Rudolph fans were pointing out Rudolph had the biggest throw of the night. All the Haskins throws were short 4 to 6 yard throws, which is true. I would say, of course, Rudolph had the fumble, which didn't look good. But the big difference for me is Rudolph, I don't think he checks through his cover or his receivers very well. When you watch him go down his list of receivers, you can visually see him turning his head and looking to each one, which is not good because the defense, they already read your eyes. If you're turning your head, you're making it that much easier. I feel like Haskins, he doesn't turn his head. He's much better at masking who he's looking at, who he's throwing at, and he looks much calmer in the pocket. Rudolph looks pretty nervous. And a lot of people were talking about the chase drop, one of, I think, like the second pass of the game. Yeah, you got to have the courage and you're going to take a hit. But another thing, too, as a quarterback, you have to put you don't want to put your receivers in positions to get blasted. The position he put the ball in the middle of the field where he had to reach out for it, he kind of set Chase up to get hammered right there. And you really can't do that as a quarterback.
Especially in a preseason game.
In the first preseason game, second pass of the game. So it kind of looked bad on Chase, but at the same time, you got to protect your receivers, and that's a bad position to put them in. And the big pass that he caught, he overthrew. And you love to see that catch from Chase, but if it messed up his shoulder.
I agree. Yeah, the QB battle is ongoing. It showed us that it's going to be competitive.
It's not over. Yeah, I would say Haskins definitely looks better to me. I think he's more controlled and calm in the pocket. But if I'm giving him grades in the game, C+ and B maybe, with Haskins slightly edging out Rudolph. And I would say the C's mainly because of that fumble.
Yeah, it's very close. I would like to see Haskins play first next week.
Yeah,
play with more starters against more starters.
That's another thing. Rudolph got the starters in that, or the starters who played in that.
Both teams kept a lot of people out, but
yeah. But he got Deontay, he got Chase, so he got some unsung hero. Josh Dobbs looked really good. He's not being talked about at all. Josh Dobbs is not going to. I think I said this last time. He's not going to be the second string quarterback. But I think they keep him on the roster no matter what. I think he's your third. Ben likes him. He's smart. He's your third.
I don't know.
I think he is. I think Ben likes him a lot.
He would have to beat out Rudolph. I don't know if he's going to beat.
I don't think he does. I think he's the guaranteed third, and I think whoever doesn't beat that second spot gets cut or traded.
We'll see.
I don't think it's like a bump down. I think Haskins and Rudolph are competing for the 2 spot, and I think Dobbs is just third because Ben wants him on board. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be there. Would be my guess.
I put money on that.
We'll come back to this in a couple of weeks.
Don't underestimate what Ben likes. I'm telling you, every time Ben was on the sidelines last year, he's sitting down with Dobbs on the tablet going over plays. He likes him. I never seen that man talk to Rudolph once.